I'm here with my good friend and life coach, Ramon Lamba. Ramon is a sensation where we live here in Gurgaon, and it's true. I'm here with the Ramon Lamba. Now, and I'm telling you why I say the Ramon Lamba because, and I don't want to brag because she's my friend, but many times when I say Ramon Lamba, people say, oh, Ramon Lamba, you know Ramon Lamba. So I've always said, yes, I know the Ramon Lamba. Not trying to flatter you, but thank you for coming, and that means a lot to me. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics because this is something I push a lot to my clients, and people think I'm a hypocrite because it wasn't my nature, is recreation. Because what Ramon does is these awesome retreats. So you call it retreats, I call it recreate. And tell me about these retreats actually. Now, before we jump in, Ramon's company is called Golden Age Transformations?
Yes.
Yeah. And I asked you, well, how did you come up with that name? And you said, what did you tell me? What was the story of that?
So primarily, if you go back 27 years from now,
Yes.
I knew I would be doing transformation work, and my mom had a dream, and she just dreamt this that I'm running this huge transformation center called Golden Age Transformation, and we registered that name at that time, but little did I know that the current times that we've really headed are officially called the Golden Age.
The Golden Age.
Yes.
So this we were saying is the fifth dimension.
It's the fifth dimension of the Earth's magnetic grid.
Okay.
Mother Earth has moved her axis from the third dimension to the fifth dimension.
What happened to the fourth?
The fourth dimension is a transitional dimension where we've gone through, and that's a reason why.
I thought it was like the Apple iPhone 8 and then 10 came out, and now the 9 might come out. So
right, so no, the fourth is there, but it's a transitional dimension less spoken about.
Okay. I want to know about what you guys do at these retreats. Now, in your program, people are required for retreats or are they optional?
The 1-year life school program that I run is standing on the foundation of transformation, not motivation. So, 3 retreats are mandatory throughout. After every 4 months, we go on a 5-night, 6-day retreat.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And it's a mandate, so people don't have a choice.
And I tell business people that, look, every 3 or so months, and in fact, if you can do it 2 months, but have these short vacations in which just 3 days, 2 nights or something like that, but non-cancelable trips. Non-cancelable trips, so they have to go, and so that they can come back and recharge for their business. So is this like that type of concept?
Retreats, the whole concept behind that is coming from a standpoint of neuroscience.
Okay.
Right? So when you understand transformation, we're looking at transforming people's mindsets from wherever they are to a new mindset. So Einstein said, if you're looking at solving a problem, you first got to change your mindset.
Yes.
And you cannot solve the problem with the same mindset that created it.
Yeah,
so when we're looking at transformation and the journey of transformation, we are looking at rewiring the existing brain. And when you understand the science behind it, there are only 2 ways the brain can be rewired. One is a constant learning of a 40-day cycle to a 90-day cycle. And the second one is an experience or a constant learning under a coach or a mentor, which happens more than 72 hours.
Okay.
So you're put in an environment of learning.
Oh, okay. So back to back without breaks.
Yes.
So you're like brainwashing them so that they can't come back to normality, so they'll be transformed.
So we start our day at almost 5:30 in the morning, and non-stop we are together till about 7:38, and then they go back to sleep and they start again. So 5 nights, 6 days, vigorous training of new mindsets, new learnings, letting go of the old. And when they come back from the retreat, having retreated from their life, and they've gone into these breaks, and when they come back, they're a new person.
Somebody was going to get married, and 2 days before his marriage was going to be, he said, look, I have my retreat to finish. And you would think he would have the sense to say, my marriage is coming, I need a few days off, we're going to do this. He was at a retreat with all this important stuff because he thought that was more important to be in that mindset for his marriage.
So the 3 levels of the retreats that I conduct.
What level was that? Was he at
the first level of reprogramming his childhood programs.
Okay.
The first retreat is about digging deep into whatever happened to you and telling your brain a new story that, okay, that's over and now we need to reprogram it. It's like reprogramming your computer
absolutely.
with new information, and then we set the tone of the brain computer to the new way.
So I get why you're doing this at a different location, because the context has to change. But when this whole reprogramming happens and they come back to the same lifestyle and the same context, I mean, what then?
When your brain is exposed to a certain environment and a certain mentoring for more than 72 hours, it starts creating new neural pathways that starts building up that habit.
That's why the 5 days or 6 days, 5 nights.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that you've basically made it long-lasting and permanent, I guess.
Absolutely.
So it's transformative and permanent.
Yes, and there's no way the brain could go back to the initial state.
Right. What if somebody says, look, I get your whole life coaching program, but I don't want the retreats?
So then I'm not going to enroll them into the program.
Okay, simple as that.
Yeah, because the life school program is standing on the foundation of transformation.
Yes.
And without the retreats, our focus would only be motivation.
Right.
And motivation is like, having a bath every day. But transformation is a lifetime change we're looking at.
Absolutely. And the retreats, last question, I promise. Are they, I know once you went to Goa, once you guys went to Neemrana, are you guys crossing borders too, like going into like Bhutan or God forbid Pakistan?
So we did a retreat in Koh Samui, which was amazing.
That's pretty
good. And it was called I'm Infinite. And the whole objective of the retreat was understanding the law of deliberate creation and the science of law of attraction.
Oh, wow.
It was a very nice retreat.
Was everybody wearing the signature shirts that you make them wear?
Yes.
So that would be like a nice group walking around Koh Samui.
Absolutely. And then one of the most powerful retreats was when we did Kovalam. That was last year.
I don't even know what that is.
Kovalam is in Kerala.
Okay.
Right? And that was a game changer for a whole lot of them.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Ramon. So if I want to come to your retreats, I have to be part of the program. And if I'm part of the program, I have to come to the retreats.
Yes, but I'm also coming up with a new model now of retreats alone. Okay. And I'm launching my website, and that's news for you, Tugul-Raj.
What's the news?
It's ramonlambaretreats.com. Oh. And we are then looking at a retreat model, a week-long retreat, where then people actually go back completely transformed and they don't need the one-year program.
Wonderful. So thank you, Ramon, for telling us about the whole concept of retreats, because I start and stop at recreation versus creation, and you have a whole concept of lifelong transformation. I encourage people to go on recreation so they can be good for the next 3 months. And you say, let's be good for this whole lifetime.
Yes, because when you understand life and the objective of life, we actually came here to upgrade our souls. Yeah. And why not? We are upgrading our apps, we are upgrading our class that we travel in, we are upgrading our homes.
Yeah.
Why would we not even upgrade our souls and ourselves and our mindsets?
Yes.
And why would we function from the old mindset that we got programmed when we were little kids, where we didn't even have a choice?
Absolutely. So if you can change on these retreats, why not? Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, Ramon, for telling us all about this, because I'm all in.
Great. Thanks, Gulraj.
Absolutely. Thank you.